Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. Mr. Speaker, sir, Fiji has embarked on a historic mission to develop a national action plan to prevent violence against women and girls, 2021 to 2025, making it the first Pacific Island country and one of the only two countries globally, along with Australia. The development of the National Action Plan to prevent violence against women and girls was announced by the Ministry of Women, Children and Poverty Alleviation with the collaboration of the Ministry of Education, Heritage and Arts, Ministry of Health and Medical Services, and the Ministry of Employment, Productivity and Industrial Relations in January 22, and the Cabinet was informed accordingly. In November 2022, Mr. Speaker, Cabinet approved that the Ministry of Women, Children and Poverty Alleviation carry out national consultations to achieve this. Some of the features of the National Action Plan, Mr. Speaker, are the National Action Plan to prevent violence against women and girls is a whole of government approach, evidence-based, measurable, inclusive and funded 5-year plan with an emphasis on stopping violence before it starts. Mr. Speaker, the National Action Plan will set out short, medium and long-term strategies to reduce levels of violence against women and girls by challenging its underlying root causes in order to affect changes in people's attitudes and behaviors. It will also promote community leadership and a much stronger culture of equal and respectful relationship between men and women. The National Action Plan to prevent violence against women and girls will focus on domestic violence, intimate partner violence, sexual violence against women and girls, as data and evidence from Fiji demonstrate that these are the most prevalent forms of violence against women and girls, which urgently needs to be addressed. The key components of the National Action Plan would be: 1, an explanation of why violence happens in Fiji, key strategies to prevent violence in Fiji, key settings for prevention, stakeholder roles and responsibilities, implementation plan, performance, monitoring, reporting and evidence, and costed implementation plans. The Ministry of Women will lead the development of the National Action Plan to prevent violence against women and girls, along with a series of national consultations in order to: 1, build a shared understanding as a nation on why violence against women and girls happens in Fiji, its root causes and contributing factors, and to ensure that the National Action Plan is informed by experience, knowledge and expertise that exists amongst diverse settings, sectors and communities. Progress so far, Mr. Speaker, on national consultations. The key objective of the national consultations are: 1, to generate high-level findings that will inform the development of the NAP. And of course, it's also to ensure diverse stakeholders to offer advice, expertise, information to shape the approach of the National Action Plan, and to strengthen relationships with key stakeholders and promote a wider sense of engagement and ownership of the National Action Plan across all settings and sectors. Altogether, 13 sectors have been identified for this consultation process. And to date, the Ministry of Women has actually completed consultations with 6 of those sectors. Mr. Speaker, the consultation aimed to reach over 2,500 women, men, and youth, representing women in all their diversities, men and boys, and stakeholders across 13, as I mentioned, settings or sectors in Fiji, including education, health, social services, legal, justice and corrections, trade settings, informal sector, special sessions with youth, sports and recreation, clubs and spaces, military, transport and infrastructure, public spaces to be combined with universities, technical and vocational centers, employment, arts, media, advertising, and entertainment will be reached through these consultations. Mr. Speaker, the consultations are being conducted in 2 phases, phase 1 and phase 2, and includes a mixed method approach. Consultations started were to be carried out between November 2020 and April 2021. And while the physical consultations were not possible due to the second wave of COVID-19, work did continue. Mr. Speaker, a high-level event on November 2020 saw the launch of the national consultation process to emphasize the leadership of the Fijian government and key sectors and the role they play with a whole of government and inclusive approach in championing gender equality and addressing and preventing violence against our women and girls. Since the launch of the Fiji National Action Plan consultation process, a total of 804 participants have been part of the in-person consultations before the second wave of the COVID-19 brought in-person activities to a halt. In adapting to the new normal, the Fiji National Action Plan team has successfully facilitated a total of 3 virtual consultations in the faith, education, and informal sectors, engaging a total of 111 participants. Mr. Speaker said the National Action Plan online survey is available at www.fijipreventviolence.com, has registered a total of 266 entries, and is still open if people are interested in sharing their views on preventing violence against all women and girls in Fiji. Mr. Speaker said the technical working group that is working with the Secretariat is the Ministry of Women, UN Women, and the Fiji Women's Crisis Center, who are the CSO representatives. The technical working group consists of the health sector, education, youth, Ministry of Women, Poverty Alleviation, Police, Employment, Fiji Women's Crisis Center, Fiji Women's Rights Movement, DIVA, Empower Pacific, Red Cross, MSP, the Fiji Disabled People's Federation, UN Women, the House of Chameleon, House of Sarah, and the E-Tauke Affairs Board. Mr. Speaker said this month around 90 faith leaders, teachers, and education professionals from across the country came together virtually to contribute to this plan. There were 2 consultations for the different sectors, and this was part of the series of consultations that were planned by the Ministry of Women and Poverty Alleviation. And a total of 69 participants were engaged in the day-long virtual consultations on Wednesday, 4th August 2021, which included primary, secondary, and special school teachers, divisional education officers, school counselors, head teachers, principals, vice principals, and the Ministry of Education officials from the 4th Division. A previous consultation involved 25 various faith-based leaders contributing to their consultations. Mr. Speaker said these virtual consultations were supported by the Fiji Women's Crisis Center, Diverse Voices in Action, that's known as DIVA for Equality, the House of Sarah, Fiji Women's Rights Movement, technical support from UN Women. Mr. Speaker said UN Women is providing technical and financial support through the Pacific Partnership for End Violence Against Women and Girls, funded primarily by the European Union and the Government of Australia, New Zealand, and the UN Women. Mr. Speaker said, thank you.
Thank you.